Hello everyone, it's Gojira Prime here with another toy review video, and today I am taking a look at Earthrise Transformers Nemesis Prime and his two Minicon companions, Fangtron and Giza, although I may be mispronouncing those a little bit. What we'll do is we'll go through the vehicle mode first, then the robot mode, and then we'll do a couple of size comparisons. Now, I'd been looking for a Nemesis Prime figure for my collection for quite a while. I had wanted to get the Power of the Primes Nemesis Prime to go with my Power of the Prime Star Convoy, or my Selects Star Convoy, but I was never able to get a hold of that particular figure. So when this version came out, I got this one because at least it came with a trailer. So first off, we'll just run through the Minicons. So this is Fangtron, who is a snake. Well, a tracked snake at least, anyway. And he basically turns into a kind of shield for Nemesis Prime to use in battle. Head sculpt on the snake mode is, if I can just get this to focus right, is quite nice. Some nice detailing around the eyes. He's meant to be a cobra, I'm guessing, from the design here, so I'm surprised they didn't try and do some sort of G.I. Joe crossover with this particular character. And he just folds up into a snake, basically. This one is really, really stiff, so it doesn't really like to transform very much, but I'll try and get him in his shield mode later. But yeah, it's a nice little snake. And then we have Giza, who turns into a sword for Nemesis to use. And then his alternate mode, you crack open his wings like this, and then turn them like so, is some sort of large bird-like animal. Unfortunately, if you try and stand him up, because of his wings being as big as they are, it doesn't actually balance very well. But it's lacking a lot of paint detail. But the molding detail is quite nice. So that's Giza. And then we have a couple of other accessories. He has a dark star saber, I think this is meant to be called, which is quite nice. And then also a blaster. So Nemesis Prime's vehicle mode is made up of two sections. You've got the trailer here, and you have the cab mode, the robot mode here. Now, this trailer is from the Earthrise Optimus Prime. It's exactly the same trailer as you would get with that figure. It's just molded in black with the relevant Decepticon logos attached to it. And it has exactly the same features as the Earthrise Optimus counterpart. You can open him up like this. He's got the connector ports to connect to other vehicles and battle stations. He has the tower piece here, which can also function as a backpack as well for Nemesis if you wanted it to. So it's exactly the same trailer as with the Earthrise Optimus Prime version. Again, a lot of molded detail, but no actual stickers or anything in it at all. And then we have the cab section. Now, as usual, Nemesis Prime is just a straight up black, silver, and red redeco of an Optimus Prime figure. In this case, it's the Siege version of Optimus Prime. So this is like a Cybertronian truck mode. And, you know, I have the Siege version. It's a very, very nice truck mode and a very, very nice robot mode. Lots of nice detail. The wheels roll very nicely. So no real complaints at all in regard to the vehicle mode. Now, there is one slight problem with this figure, is that previously, as I was using the Earthrise version of Optimus, this matched up perfectly with it. Now I have a Studio Series. This figure is actually undersized. It's actually too small to stand with Optimus Prime. And as far as I know, Hasbro are not releasing a black deco version of the SS86 line figure. So if I do want a black Optimus Prime figure to use as Nemesis Prime, I will have to get one off AliExpress, because they are selling knockoff figures in various colors on that website. So what I'll do is I'll get this guy transformed, we'll have a look at him in robot mode, and then we'll also do some size comparisons as well. Okay, so here we have Nemesis Prime in his robot mode. Again, as I said, it's just pretty much a straight up repaint of the Siege version of Optimus Prime. Let's move them out of the way. Except obviously it's in black, it's in teal, it's in red, silver highlights, and the Decepticon logo. Do you know what? I really like it. It's a nice, evil Optimus Prime figure to do. Yeah, I just like it. It just seems to stand out very, very well on the shelf. Obviously, a black Optimus Prime, an evil Optimus Prime. You can't go wrong with it, really. As with the Siege version of Optimus Prime, everything tucks away quite nicely. But yeah, all the nice sculpted details there on the chest. Head sculpt is nice. I do wish they'd done light piping with this guy, just to make the red eyes, if I can get it in close enough. Just to make those eyes maybe stand out a little bit better. But all in all, it's a really, really nice figure. It's just a shame it's now completely made redundant by the arrival of the SS86 Commander class Optimus Prime. Here's Fangtron in his shield mode. He does also double as a bridge connector too. And he just plugs into these 5mm ports on the arm here very nicely. If it'll work for me, that is. So he has like a big shield there. You can take the dark saber if you want and just pop that into his hand there. It doesn't go all the way in. Oh, yes, it does. So it goes there. Now, the interesting thing is, I think this particular sword and this sword, the Giza, these actually came with the Power of the Primes version of the figure. The Power of the Primes version of Nemesis Prime. So I think these are reuses. I also think he came with as well, and I can't find them at the moment, 2 large cannon accessories as well. Well, like I say, I can't find them at the moment, but I've seen pictures online. I'm pretty sure he did come with them. So you can take his blaster, you can put that in there if you wanted. The sword can also plug into these back 5mm ports here, so if you don't want him to be holding the sword, you can just store it right there. Giza does not have any ports, so if you wanted, you could just put him in Nemesis Prime's hands like that, and that kind of works. So he's got a lot of weapon accessories, to say the least. But all in all, I really do like this figure. It's really, really nice, except the sword just fell off. So it's not that, it doesn't hold in that well. All in all, I really, really do like the figure. You can't go wrong with a black Optimus Prime, basically. It just looks really, really cool on the shelf. It just does. So, a couple of size comparisons. Here he is with his War for Cybertron trilogy counterpart, Galvatron. Here he is with a Studio Series Selects figure. I think that's meant to be cord, and I could be wrong. Here he is with another evil Optimus Prime, Scourge. And here he is with the aforementioned SS86 KO Optimus Prime. And you can see there is a fair bit of height difference between these two figures. This version of Nemesis literally only comes up to about the faceplate. So there's a good centimeters height-wise difference. And also you can see that the bulk is pretty different as well for for these molds. Like I said, I haven't seen anything online to say that Hasbro is planning to do a Nemesis Prime version of the SS mold. But if you do want one, you can still get them on AliExpress, but they don't come with a trailer. But the good news is you can buy a trailer accessory with all the extra bits and pieces that came with the KO Optimus Prime SS86 mold as well. So if you do want this figure, if you do want a Nemesis Prime, you can get one for, I think, for about £30, not including shipping, with both the robot and the trailer. And I think at some point I am going to have to do that because I would like a black version of the SS86 Prime because it just looks so... I mean, this looks so good in black. I think it looks better than the Optimus Prime version of the figure. But yeah, I like the figure still. I really do. But I do want to get an updated version of Nemesis Prime at some point in the near future. But hey, let me know in the comments section. Do you have this figure or any other Nemesis Prime figures? Do you like them? And if not, please tell me why. Thanks for taking the time to watch the video. Hit like, hit subscribe, and have a very, very nice day.